Good morning. So yesterday was the craziest day ever. I actually was childless for 4th of July because my husband and kids had a friend's birthday party in Fort Myers, and for many reasons I could not attend. So I decided to go around the neighborhood and ride around and see what's going on, see who's doing fireworks. I had some neighbors, and I suddenly bumped into one of my neighbors, and suddenly I heard Yvonne, and I'm like, and lo and behold, it was a friend of mine, my best friend from high school, that suddenly vanished out of my life. You know, one of those days, like, you just no longer pick up the phone. And I mean, to be honest, she was a little wild and kind of a bad influence. And we just were going in different directions in our life. And 21 years later, I find this woman, gorgeous, looking amazing. She has 4 kids now, and she also had a set of twins just like me. And oh my God, we try to catch up over, the next 2-3 hours. And it was the most amazing thing. So even crazier at the house was other people from high school that I didn't really know. And there was this one guy who was pretty popular, played football. I wasn't really into sports, but we knew him, And, was gorgeous, would always wear braids and cornrows. And here he is, bald, older, with a crazy beard, a hot wife. And I just laughed because I'm like, did you even know me in high school? He's like, yeah, of course, I knew you. And I feel like I was one of the outcasts in high school, And it's funny to see how people are doing 20 years later as adults, as parents. And, everybody's doing their own thing. And it's just crazy to think that how obsessed you are when you are a teenager, how obsessed you are when you're in high school about what's everybody doing and who are your friends and who you're hanging out with. And if you make the decision to distance yourself from those people who are not welcoming to your life, who are not going in your same direction, who are a bad influence, who don't respect your wishes, it's all right. You will make it through, and you will meet other people who are meeting you where you are at that exact moment. And if life is crazy enough that 20 years later you bump into them, you will realize that they have done the exact same thing. If they didn't turn their life around, then I don't know, you probably won't bump into them. But if they did, and their life is so much, it's better, and you're back in your same trajectory, life will bring you back together, and you could be friends again, and you could talk about it. And oh my gosh, we were talking about her struggles as a mom, a struggle as a twin mom, and just, it was, I don't know if it sounds crazy to say, it's wonderful to hear that she was struggling as a mom, because I'm not alone. I'm not crazy for struggling, for feeling so alone and isolated by having the struggles as a mom, and still having a husband, and working, not working, being a stay-at-home mom. How a lot of people have the misconception, they're like, well, you don't work, your husband does, and your husband comes home from work tired. And we're like, yeah, well, my job is 24/7, 2 different types of jobs, people. So it was very wonderful to hear. And I don't know, I just want to encourage anybody who's young, who's watching this video and saying, look, it's okay. It's okay to be an outcast in high school, middle school, as an adult, as a young adult. It's okay. Find your own tribe. Find people who are on your same wavelength, who are the same path, and let those other people figure it out. If it's not in your heart to do what they're doing, don't feel pressured. You will be just fine. You will make it in life. And, find some self-love, because even now, it was crazy how she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry I lost touch. I was a dumb 16-year-old, and I, didn't have really good influences herself. And now, she also let go of friends that were not doing a service. She decided to just drop those friends and go to college. And she made something of herself and met her beautiful husband and is having this great life. So, well, everybody has a great life, but everybody has struggles, right? And I love the reality of that, and that we can share that, and we can just come together and talk about it. So I want to encourage you guys, stay in your path, do your thing, do what makes you happy. Surround yourself with people who are encouraging you, who are saying, yes, do that, you're great, you're wonderful. Stick with those people. And if you don't have any, it's okay to ride it alone. It is 100% okay to just ride it alone. You will find a tribe at some point. You will find people who will cheer you on. It's okay. And good luck, you know. Have your morning coffee. I got magical powers because I'm a survivor. And you will make it through. So have yourself a good morning.